Okay, Q&A session. I had put up a poll on the post section of YouTube that, hey, ask me anything. And just like Instagram, I'm trying to do this on YouTube as well. So this can be a weekly video that I will release every Friday. I plan to keep this video format very, very simple with basic and minimal edits so that it mainly focuses on the answers and not flashy edits. Because even as a consumer, it tends to get a little overwhelming for you guys. I understand that because I'm also on the receiving end that, hey, this is so much information. So keep it simple, keep it snappy, and keep it short. That's the format of this video. The first one is MaxStuff 589. Do you think that 250cc is more than enough for Indian roads? Absolutely. It is easy on your pockets. It will give you a very, very good mileage, and it will also take you from point A to point B, which is the main purpose of that. In addition to that, you can also go to the mountains with that motorcycle. So go for it, I say. Next up, how to overcome the fear of people judging you when you work on your bike. By the way, love your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Asur2652. Thank you so much for asking that question. I've been in your situation, and if you see my earlier videos, I specifically chose those spots where there was very minimal interference of people, because that tends to break your flow of working on your bike. If you're vlogging, if you're speaking something about it, then it just goes off. But good thing is, if you're really serious / passionate about it, just continue to do what you're doing, and gradually you will overcome that fear. The main thing is to ignore them unless they come right up to you, in which case have a conversation with them and then just politely tell them that, hey, I'm working on something right now and I'll answer your questions after a few minutes. It just takes regular practice. Good question, by the way. Keep it up. Next up, blatantly_icy. Cool name. How has your experience been with Royal Enfield service centers? And if you don't get your bike serviced there, how did you find the right garage / mechanic for your servicing requirements? Good question. It's a hold on. It's a hit and a miss. So sometimes you will find the service center that is really good for you. The technicians are really helpful. They go extra mile to make sure that you're satisfied. And sometimes it is just bang opposite of that. You are extremely dissatisfied with their service. I would say my experience has been a relatively good one, because I've always cultivated a habit that if there is something wrong in the bike, I would first diagnose it myself. And then I will take it to the service center, and then I will ask the technician to work on that specific thing. So that makes his job also a lot more easier. He doesn't have to do an R&D on it because I've done it for him. So I think it's a mutual relationship that one should look forward to rather than imposing everything onto them. Second part is, how did you find the right garage mechanic for your servicing requirements? Thanks to YouTube, I found Abhinav Bhatt, and thanks to him, I found Speedmonks Performance Center. So every time I want to get an oil change on this, I'll take it to Speedmonks Performance Center, because they know the bike in and out just like I do, and they would take care of it extremely nicely. So even it doesn't matter if I pay a little premium on it, at the end of the day, I'm getting a very, very good service. That's what it is. Moving on, a collab with other automobile enthusiasts like Abhinav Bhatt, Sunny_Karthik. Well, I love him. Thanks to him, I started this YouTube channel 5 years ago, and now it is what it is. But to answer your question, he is extremely busy at the moment with his journalist duties, because he's a senior journalist and a senior editor on NDTV. So he's extremely busy. And yeah, if he's up for it, why not? Are you open to group rides? Would you be interested in organizing a subscribers ride of select few on next adventure? Kulasand. I think I've answered this question. The maximum number of people in a group that I've ridden with is 6. So I am not that comfortable in riding in huge groups. And the second part, if I'm interested in organizing a meetup, I did ask people that if they would want to meet up and do a general Q&A face to face. The result of that poll was abysmal. So that gave me my answer. People are not ready for it. So I'll do what people say. I'll also list that poll somewhere around here so that you can actually believe that I'm not lying. All right, is MX boots preferable as first boots? That one cat 6? No, I wouldn't recommend that as your first boot because they are very restrictive. They get a lot of use to. Remember, if you are trying to practice your motorcycle riding sessions or motorcycle riding ability, that is, you're first getting to learn the basics. You're trying to figure out how the bike moves, how your body moves, how to control that. And on top of that, if you restrict any part of your body, because MX boots are really strong, it might interfere with your ability to actually maneuver the bike. So that's why first get used to the bike, and then after a couple of years, then invest in one. Other than that, just go with the CE rated boots. Trip Machine has one. I'm also going to make one video on that. Did you ever feel like one bike is enough for you? Yes, this is the one right here. I bought Himalayan purely because I wanted to make more content, and it is serving its purpose of making me tour. I went to Jaisalmer and Ladakh. This one I took to Spiti and Joshimath and Uttarakhand and Dehradun. This is a very good tourer, but my problem with it is I always want it to look shiny and pretty. Hence the second bike. Hello sir, I have been searching for a good seat for my Interceptor 650 on a budget. Trip Machine is too costly for me. Any recommendations? Any thoughts on Sahara seats? This question is by C. Chandam. Well, go with the Royal Enfield touring seat. It is pretty good. If not, then go with the signature bench seat, which is really good. I've made a short video on it, and thank you for this idea. I will make a long form content on it as well. About Sahara seats, I can't really comment much because I have never tried those seats. So why would I recommend you something which I have not tried? Doesn't make sense. Next question is wondering_packet. What are your thoughts on the new RE750 engine? Do you think just increasing the power by 10 PS justifies creating a new range of bikes? Good question. My answer would be kind of a little bit of towards the company, because this is it's a full-fledged company which is catering to millions of people globally. And they believe in increasing anything on their bikes gradually, not taking a jump. With due respect to all the nitty-gritties that goes into passing the budget for a motorcycle, cutting out all the cost-cutting issues, if they think that creating a 750cc with just a 10 PS increase in power justifies their motorcycle, I believe there will be a lot more to it than just the power bit, because dual disc brakes, taller frame, bigger fuel tank, and a lot of other gizmos on the gadget, a lot goes on into the making of this bike, because at the end of the day, they are also trying to sell an experience to the user that has to feel premium and value for money. It is not a market leader for no reason. I think it's okay. That's what I'm saying. Next question is by Zarko Dennis. How much would it charge to replace the tubed tire to tubeless in Bear 650? And if it's done, should I go for RE genuine parts, or if any other premium brand would be good? I would suggest you can look into either Outex or Way2Speed tubeless conversion kit. Way2Speed tubeless conversion kit would cost you about, I think, 3,000 to 6,000 rupees, and Outex would cost you about 13,000 rupees plus labor charges. If you notice, my Interceptor also has spoked wheels, and I've got it converted to tubeless in 2022, and ever since I have had no issues whatsoever. Actually 2021, so it's been 4 years. The bike is running flawlessly good. Go for it. Next question I will avoid by ADV with ADV. Next one is by Living Nirvana 9235. Is it recommended to buy a used Interceptor 650 which is less driven in 2025? Any other tips regarding this? Yes, if it fits your budget and you don't really want to spend a lot of money on it, and because it's a second-hand bike, it will always have some chips and some dents on it, so that won't really hurt you. You can actually use the bike without the fear of falling it. I would suggest go for it. There are a few things to keep in mind. Check under the engine if there are any rust marks or not that, and get proper service records. Start the bike. The bike should not have any white smoke coming out of it. That's a good sign. And check for hidden things like your accelerator cable, your clutch cable. They should not be rusted, because if they break mid-ride, that's a hidden cost. Check for tires. See which year the tire was manufactured in. Go for it. Go for a second-hand one. My first bike was also a second-hand classic 350. Next one, what is your full-time job? Orange Head Bro. Well, I'm a video editor. I also run an advertising agency by the name of Thinking Hat Studios. We specialize in editing videos and photography and logo design, logo animation, animations, motion graphics, and voiceover, which I do. There's your answer. Next question is by Kujur Christopher, if I'm pronouncing that right. What anti-theft measures or gadgets do you make use of to protect your bike from being stolen? P.S. I want to steal your beautiful Interceptor. Well, the number one thing is live in a gated community, because there are at least 5 guards on the main gate. They will not let you come inside unless I approve it. That's number one. And then there are a lot of other disc lock things which you can buy from Amazon. Those are pretty useful. Be vigilant, be careful. Don't let people steal your bike. And last one is reach out 12345. Well, cool name. I've been struggling to find a suitable suspension for the Bear 650. I noticed that some riders use the YSS RZ362, but it's quite expensive. Could you suggest an alternative suspension upgrade? I prefer not to revert to the Interceptor 650 OE shocks, as that would reduce the rear ride height. Even if it does reduce the rear ride height, it'll only be by 5 millimeters, which is negligible. Because the OEM suspensions of Interceptor were quite balanced, quite soft at the softer settings, and as you progressed up on the 5 levels, then they became quite stiff. So that is a pretty good solution. The other one I would suggest would be a way to speed rear suspension upgrade, where you can adjust the height also, and suspension are also pretty good. Yes, I understand YSS are really expensive, but trust me, if you can manage it, they are extremely worth it. They are extremely worthy, and they'll make your ride quality phenomenal. I think that's about it. So that answers all your questions. I will put this poll again on Monday. So by Friday, if anybody asks a really good question, I'll make it a point to combine all of those and make one video out on Friday. Do let me know what you think about this video, and if you would want to see this a weekly thing as well. And as always, thank you so much for your support. 50,000, we hit 50,000 subscribers. So give it a like if you did enjoy this video, and consider subscribing to the channel if you are a new viewer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Straight out.